This is the molding machine. It's a Morgan press machine, and it uses the transfer molding process. There's no ASTM associated with this process. The safety includes wearing your lab coat, glasses, and heat-resistant gloves, such as these. One of the biggest safety issues is to not inject while the mold is open. To begin this process, you have to turn on the machine. But for our purposes here for filming, we already have the machine turned on and preheated. To turn on the machine, you have to plug in these cords, which will be sitting right on here. Then you have to make sure the air valve is turned parallel with the pipe. Then lastly, you have to flip this switch right here on the side, and when you see the displays light up, you know the machine's turned on. When beginning the test, you must make sure that the machine is preheated to around 400 degrees. It'll show the temperature right here. After the machine is preheated, you have to load the barrel. You'll have sample material down here. You'll have a scoop or a cup. You'll put some material in the feed chute, and after you do that, you want to take the material and push it into the barrel. After you see that it's full, you want to take the scupula and pull any extra material back, just away from the barrel so it doesn't melt. Once you've loaded the barrel, you have to give the material time to preheat. While this is going on, you need to close the feed gate or else the machine won't run. Once the material is preheated, you want to press the inject button. Allow the mold to inject completely and release the pressure. This will bring the piston back to the top and allow you to load more material into the barrel. Once the piston's fully returned to the top, you have to take this metal thing again, push more material into the barrel to reload it, and give your sample just a little bit of time to cool down before pulling it out of the mold. Once your sample is cooled down enough, you want to pull the orange button far to the left all the way out. You have to push down on this orange gate around the mold, and then after it's fully down, you pull it back up. Then, with your heat-resistant gloved hand, you take your hand, just wiggle out your sample, put it to the side, and then go through closing the mold. You have to push the orange gate back down all the way, and then press the orange button in. Once you hear that thunk at the end, you know the mold's completely closed. The most important rule with molding is to make sure the mold is completely closed before you inject. Ejecting is, again, right here on the black button. You're going to press it in. When you hear it release the pressure, you know it's injected. After you've molded all 10 samples that are required, you're going to take your sample and a pair of wire snips. Do not use scissors. You'll have to cut this piece off right here. Your sample should look like this afterwards, just a rectangle with a tab on the end. After you have all your samples cut, you want to take them and place them in a sample bag. Inside the sample bag, you also need to have a piece of paper with your name, date, material, and sample type. Once you have all these contents in the bag, you need to turn your bag into the instructor. To clean up with the machine, you have to keep molding until you get an incomplete sample, and after that, you have to inject a couple more times just to make sure that the barrel is empty. Once you don't get a sample, you go ahead and flip off the switch, turn off the air pressure, unplug the machine, and clean up your surrounding area.